everybody. Thank you for joining us. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on Instagram, thank you for joining us for the second Word of the Day live, Lunchtime live. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. I'm so glad everybody had an opportunity to join in that was interested. We're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to hit y'all with a few announcements. Before we get started, please feel free to make sure you comment and interact below in the comments. Let me know if you're feeling it. You know, I feed off of your energy, so please let me know if I'm striking a chord with you, if you have a question, whatever. And if you're not able to watch it right now, make sure you still do that when you're watching the replay. All right, if you like it, please like it, share it, tell people about it, invite people into our community because we are all on this journey to becoming together. All right, also, we'll be launching the Friend Me World YouTube page really soon, so look out for that. All of the Word of the Days that I've ever done over the last year and a half will be on that page, as well as these videos and other video content that we are working on creating right now. All right, and last but not least, please mark your calendar for the Leap Seed Conference. It'll be happening in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on December 1st and 2nd. The Leap is a 2-day intensive focused on getting participants from idea to launch in 6 months or less. The high energy facilitators will cover how to pinpoint the who, the what, and the why of your vision, how to leverage your current knowledge to get started, how to create realistic and strategic goals, and how to cross the chasm to reach innovation. All right, visit franceriamore.com for more information and to register. Also, keep in mind that the first 10 people to register will receive a $15 discount. So make sure you go to franceriamore.com and get more information about how to register for the Leap. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this because this is just a lunchtime live. So I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. Again, make sure you make comments. You send hearts. Let me know. Give me your energy because we're in this together. All right. Today we're going to talk about something that's really important. So here we go. What's good, everybody? It's your girlfriend, and I'm here with your word of the day. Today's word is cost. Cost is an amount that has to be paid or spent to buy or obtain something. We have another word today. Today's word is also worth. Worth is the value of something measured by its qualities or the esteem in which it is held. Today we're going to discuss 3 dangers in conflating cost and worth. Please understand that cost and worth are not the same things. They are different things. And then when we don't understand that on our journey to becoming, we become at risk of falling victim to 3 things. The first thing is doubt. Understand that the cost that you pay is simply an investment in your dream. The cost that you pay is simply an investment in your dream. Recently, I did a word of the day that talked about discipline. Discipline and me working on being disciplined in my diet, being disciplined in my exercise, being disciplined in my organization of my house and my office is all a cost that I'm paying, and it is an investment into my future. All right, please understand that when you do not understand that the cost that you're paying toward your dream does not equal the worth of your dream, every time you'll begin to have doubt when things get hard. When that mountain seems a little bit steep, every time you'll start to think and doubt and wonder whether or not, is this really worth it? Well, of course it's worth it, but you haven't settled in your mind that the cost that you're paying doesn't compare to the worth or the value of what you're creating. All right? So you have to be careful not to conflate these 2 things, all right? The cost of me waking up in the morning, early in the morning, having some time by myself, having that quiet time, centering my thoughts is not to be compared with the worth of who I am when I come out of that quiet time and I'm able to have a good day, all right? Understand also in thinking about this, oh, Lord, I done got my cars mixed up, y'all. See that? So you just got to be real with the situation. All right. So listen, the next thing is that phrase, the cost to be the boss. We've all heard that, right? Y'all have heard it costs to be the boss. All right. This cliche is so true. All right. But you have to see the value in what you're creating long before other people see it, or else their doubt will become your doubt. All right, they'll start to say to you, well, girl, is it worth you waking up and doing all of that? Like, is it really worth? I see Z Reed just joined in. Is it really worth you getting up and working out and training and being dogmatic about this thing? And is it really worth you creating new workout equipment and doing all this stuff to try to get people involved? Well, absolutely, it is worth it, and I am willing to pay the cost. See, the danger in conflating the cost and the worth is that what I'm paying right now cannot be compared to what I am creating for my future. All right, so understand that. All right, the number 2 danger in conflating cost and worth is counterproductivity. Counterproductivity. Not recognizing your worth can cause you to prolong connections and relationships that no longer serve you because you are getting some type of meager return from this thing. All right. So sometimes we stay at jobs because, well, it pays all right. You know, I don't have too much problem with my coworkers. I get paid time off, but I'm not passionate about it. I'm not driven. I'm not excited about it. I don't feel like I'm adding anything to the world, and this job is not adding anything to me. But because of the meager return, because of that small return that I'm getting, that satisfaction that I am getting in one area, I'm willing to put off being productive in another area to continue to get that small return. All right, you will become counterproductive if you continue to work in something where you're not focused on the thing that drives you and pushes you. All right, so please be aware of that. So you can work at a job and you're not passionate about it. Please recognize that the cost of them having you work there is your salary. That's what it costs them in order to have you work there. But that is not in any way a reflection of your worth. All right, understand that that's not a reflection of your worth. And that's why we get frustrated when we're at jobs and we've decided to put off our dream. How dare these people only pay me $45,000 a year to come in here and to do this? That's not a part of my job description. And you're frustrated, not because of what they're asking you to do. It's because deep down inside of you, you know that the worth that you have is much greater than any amount of money that they can pay. And so how dare them only pay you this while you're putting off your dream? Is you putting off your dream worth that $45,000? But see, we become counterproductive when we conflate cost with work. Now, let me put this disclaimer in there. I am not in any way suggesting that you go into your job and you quit. All right? I didn't say that. All right? But what I am saying is take some time, center yourself, and figure out what the next direction is for your life so that you can minimize that stress. All right? The other thing is relationships. We become counterproductive in relationships because we got to begin to be real with ourselves and analyze, does the cost of what I'm paying to be in this relationship match the what I'm putting in? Am I paying too much in the form of my time, my emotions, my thoughts, my energy? Am I giving way more than I could ever hope to yield a return on in this relationship? But see, again, when we're getting a little something back, we're willing to hang in there a little bit more. We're willing to stick in there a little bit more because I'm getting something. Right? Something is better than nothing, but you're actually being counterproductive because that relationship could be draining you of energy that could be used to move you forward and to move you into something that can push you and add value to your life. All right, number 3, the third way that this is a dangerous thing when you don't understand cost and worth: missed opportunities. You miss opportunities when you conflate cost and worth. You guys know that I'm studying organizational leadership. I study businesses for school, and I came across some interesting information about Amazon. Amazon at one point, their stock was $1.73 in 1997. All right, the founder of Amazon understood, he had a vision that the internet would be way bigger than what people were giving it, because y'all remember internet used to be terrible. We didn't have this high speed stuff that we have going on, but he had a vision that it would be bigger than it was. And so he thought it big enough and important enough for him to stake his claim in it now. All right. He saw the potential value of it. He saw the worth of it, and he didn't mind the cost at that point. And people who conflate cost would have looked at that stock back in 1997 and said, I don't know this company. I don't even know if this internet thing's gonna work. I'm not about to spend $1.73 of my hard-earned money on some stock for this Amazon thing. Plus, eBay is way better than Amazon. Well, people who got it didn't mind the $173 in 1997. People who got it didn't mind the $50 in 2006. And those that stuck with it and saw the worth of it, despite the cost, those that saw the worth in it are now able to say, I own stock in Amazon that is now over $1,800 per share. Because they didn't misunderstand that the cost of the stock did not mean that that's all the stock was worth. All right. So please hear me. Do not miss opportunities to expand because you think that cost is the same thing as worth. For years, I was a trainer with the Children's Defense Fund Freedom Schools program. We only got like a really small stipend at the end of a long year. All right, we got when I say small, y'all, God bless them, but it was small. And I paid the cost of late nights. I paid the cost of frustration with travel accommodations. I paid the cost of, deadlines and missing days off of work and not getting paid. It cost me a lot to participate in that. But if I would have conflated, or if I would have mixed up and made the same in my mind, the cost that I was paying to be a trainer with the worth of being a trainer with a national organization, I would have missed opportunities to expand my horizon, to expand my network, to expand my experience, because I mixed up a small stipend with the ability to grow myself and to grow my future business. All right. I am here today. The business that I have today, the nonprofit that I had, that I began, all was the result of the learning and the training that I received as a trainer in the CDF Freedom Schools program. But if I would have mixed up cost, days off work with no pay, frustration, late nights, if I would have mixed that cost up with the worth of it, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be able to create new positions for myself, to help people get to where they need to be, because I understand that the worth of something is different from the cost of something. And you have to be very, very, very clear, very, very clear before anybody else, the value of what you're doing and the worth of it. Because again, if you're not clear, their doubt will become your doubt. All right. And there will people who will inevitably not get it. And that's okay. But you need to get it. All right. And y'all know every week I got to hit you with a bonus. The bonus is, just like there are people who will fail to see the value early on, there are also people who will see the value early on. And they will latch on to you and they will ride your wave all the way to success if you let them. They're not bringing any value to your life. They're not adding anything. And they may even have a good heart. They may even be a good person. But they're not bringing anything to you. They're not adding anything to you. And their simple intention is to ride your way to success, because they're not willing to do the work themselves. All right. You know the old adage that says, if you can't do, those that can't do, teach. Well, I like to switch it up. Sometimes those that can't do, ride your wave. All right. So be careful and understand that there'll be people who won't get it in the beginning, but there will be people who do get it in the beginning, and then they'll just sit back in the cut, let you do all of the work and ride your way to success. And this is dangerous. This is dangerous because, again, they are taking energy and attention and time away from you. And this doesn't mean, let me be clear, this doesn't mean that these are bad people, that they have ill intentions for you. They're not trying to make you fall in a pit. And sometimes it's not even all of that. Sometimes they just don't know how to get there on their own. And so they're going to eat off your plate. All right. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who have their own plate. Make sure that you have people around you who can ride their own wave. As a matter of fact, we got so much waves going on up in here, we about to start a typhoon. All right. I think I said that right. Don't judge me if I didn't. All right. But just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who have their own thing going on. All right. So anyway, that's been your word of the day. Please, guys, do not conflate cost with worth. It is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. Please don't be content to stay at that job. Keep your job now. Pay your bills. But don't be content to stay at that job if that job has a limited potential and if that job refuses to recognize your worth. Now, be worthy. Now, don't go in there just sleeping and playing on the internet and then be like, this job don't recognize my worth. All right, just be real with yourself now. But make sure that you're adding value and that you're getting the return on investment that you put out there. All right, this has been your word of the day. Again, if you missed it in the beginning, please make sure you check us out at friendserialmore.com. Consider joining us for the LEAP conference that'll be happening in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on December 1st and 2nd. Also, we'll be launching our YouTube page really soon. You'll be able to see all of the word of the days that we've produced so far, as well as these videos and other content that we'll have coming to you. If you're watching this on a replay, please comment, like, share, let people know. Let's build a community, guys, because we are all on this journey to becoming together. And if no one else has had the privilege and the honor of affirming you today, this week, this month, or your lifetime, please allow me to let you know and remind you that you are whole, you are perfect, and you are complete. Everything that you need is on the inside of you, and I cannot wait to make it pop with you guys so that we can all make it together and share this journey to becoming together. I'll hang out for a few minutes to chit chat with anybody who has time. We can, laugh and kind of joke for a little bit. And if you're joining us on your lunch break, please enjoy the rest of your lunch break. I so appreciate everybody that's joined us on Instagram and Facebook. This video will be up on Facebook for a replay. Instagram, it'll be up for a replay. We'll have it on YouTube shortly. So again, guys, I'm just gonna hang out. We can chit chat, we can talk. Does anybody have any questions? I am because you are. Absolutely. We're all in this together, y'all. I haven't made it. If I showed y'all my desk right now, I told y'all I gotta work on organization. All right. Yes, cost does not equal worth. Yeah. You guys are so funny. Wave surfing. I love y'all. I really appreciate the support, everybody. So like I said, I'll hang out for a few minutes. Please do not mix up cost and worth, guys. That's the worst thing you can do right now on your journey to becoming, because you don't look like where you're going. All right. The old people at my grandmother's church say, thank God I don't look like where I came from. Or no, I don't look like what I've been through. But I'll tell you this, you don't look like where you're going either. You don't look like where you're going either. So don't let people rain on your parade because they're looking at what you are right now. All right. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad. How did I learn the difference between cost and worth? The hard way. I learned the difference between cost and worth the hard way. I constantly undervalued myself. This wasn't about other people. I constantly undervalued myself. Well, do people really want to pay to hear me speak? Or, I'll tell y'all this. I didn't get my bachelor's degree until I was 28 years old. But I started a nonprofit when I was 23. All right? I had experience that far exceeded some of my peers who had gone and got bachelor's and master's degrees. But because I was insecure, I was saying, well, y'all could pay me like $30,000 because I understand that I don't have a degree yet. And, and I was in there working and giving them $100,000 worth of work. And they're paying me $30,000. That is not my worth. That's not what I'm worth. I learned it in personal relationships. I learned the difference between cost and worth in personal relationships. Where there'd be times where I was putting in and giving, and realized one day, like, this is not worth it. And that little voice in your head that says, this is not worth it. You need to listen to that voice. That voice is, 9 times out of 10, that voice is not lying to you. All right? That's not the devil. All right? If you can look at the evidence and see that you're not getting a return, and that voice inside your head says, this is not worth it. The devil is not trying to get you out of a bad relationship. All right? Stop playing. Go ahead. Stop playing. Stop playing. Run. Yes. Yeah. Give it, and keep on giving. And there's nothing wrong with giving. Understand that there's nothing wrong with giving, and there's nothing wrong with meeting someone and getting in early on what they have going on and pushing them too. But they gotta be working and doing something too. I mean, I ain't gonna tell y'all too much of my business. It's not important. Amen. Hallelujah. That's all. I'll just leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. So that's all I have for the word of the day. If no one else has any other questions, thank you again for everybody who's joined us on Facebook. Thank you for everybody who joined us on Instagram. This video will be up soon. Holla at your girl if you understand how to get videos that are on Facebook and Instagram uploaded to YouTube, because it's not letting me be great right now. So if you have information about that, I'd appreciate it, because again, we on this journey to becoming, we're building community. Please check out the page. We're constantly putting up new information. I'm becoming more consistent about posting word of the days and being more transparent and authentic about my journey. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are getting something from it. From the comments, y'all are cracking me up. It looks like you're getting something from it. And again, please check out the website, franceriamore.com. Don't miss the opportunity to get $15 off. And let me say this. Somebody asked me, because I've never charged before for anything. This goes back to how did I learn the difference between cost and worth. I never charged for any of my events before. I've done vision board parties. I've done like, let's meet up at the house and like, let's just encourage one another. I've never charged for anything, right? I'm charging for this because I understand the worth and what myself and my co-facilitators will be presenting at the Leap. If you can look at the cost of $85 if you register in the first 10 people, if you can look at that cost and say, that costs too much, then you don't understand the worth of your own dream. And you're not necessarily who we're looking for. We're looking for people who understand the worth of the dream that they have inside of them and understand that the cost of $85 cannot be compared to that. I said it. I said it. I said it, and I'm not taking it back. All right? If you don't believe that your dream is worth more than $85 in 12 hours of your time, we don't need that kind of energy in the room. We're looking for the people who are willing to invest that $85 and those 2 days so that they can move from idea to action. That's what we want. That's who we're looking for. If that's you, and if you're going to be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, if you need a way, if you need a ride, if you need a hotel, whatever you got to do, get there. And we're going to walk you through, not with a whole bunch of business jargon. We're going to walk you through how to get it from in your head to something that you can see with your eyes in 6 months or less. Because we got a lot to do. All right. Time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. All right, y'all. I can keep going forever. Again, this is a lunchtime live. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of my journey to becoming the person who can make my wildest dreams come true. And I'm so excited to watch you become the person who can make your wildest dreams come true. Y'all get at me, hit me in the inbox, share this with your friends, like, comment, do all of that good stuff. And let's build this community together. All right, y'all be good. Stay up. I think people still say that. Be easy. Anyway, I'm silly. Y'all know I'm silly. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.